is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we are doing the Esports World Cup Power Rankings with my own slideshow, just like I did with the World Championship. And if you guys do enjoy these videos, please like and subscribe, as it does really help the channel a lot. We are on the road to 2K subscribers. And with all my yapping out of the way, let's get to these Power Rankings. For number 16, I got the Nicosi Ballers. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm just going to call them the Ballers. They have no LAN experience except Cams. They are an SSA team, and I don't expect too much from this team. Cams was in the World Championship for the 21-22 season, I believe. I don't expect very much from this team. It's SSA team, underdeveloped. This is why I have them at the number 16 spot. Not too much to say here. Number 15, we got Limitless, also an SSA team. Has LAN experience, so I do put them above number 16 spot, and they can still win. Possibly, depends on who they get in the lower bracket, but at the number 15 spot, I don't see them doing well. I see them going 0-2 as well. But they are over that number 16 just because of their LAN experience. Number 14, Across the Pond. This is a very random team. Hard to rank. It's like Sphinx, Kevin, and someone else, but it's just a OCPS. They are just a random team, hard to rank. They have the talent to beat a handful of teams, but I can't really see them making it out of groups, hence the 14 spot. Very just a random team. But not a lot to say. They're just a random team. They can shock some people, but I doubt to see it. Number 13, I got Gaming Gladiators, 8-pack team, very high LAN experience, but they still are an underdeveloped region. But they can surprise some people. I don't see them making it out of groups as well. But, I mean, it would be awesome to see an 8-pack team make the playoff, but I don't see that happening yet. Number 12, I got Chiefs. I feel like I could put this below Gaming Gladiators because OCE2 is never impresses, and they got a poor result from the last major. But Joyous did make this roster as a sub, so they could make it out the group stage with this Turkers, where he plays extremely well until the playoffs hit and then crumbles. So maybe they elevate this Chiefs Esports club to the playoffs, but I highly doubt it. But can surprise people with Joyous on the team. We'll see how that meshes together. But I also don't really see them taking the top 8. Number 11, Twisted Minds. Minachu has been disappointing, but they have a dark horse potential. They could make a run if Nupo is peaking. This team could be dangerous. They could be dangerous, but I really don't see them making the playoffs. They have a chance maybe if they have an upset, but I don't really see them making it, hence the number 11 spot. Number 10, I got Team Secret, same number 2, difficult team to rank just because they have a super high peak, just like all the SAM teams are like this. Very high peak, they could sneak in the playoffs, but they have a tough road towards it. They are a very quick team, just like all of SAM. So, they have a very high peak. They could squeeze into a playoffs, but could be difficult, I guess. Number 9, I got Power. Round 5 Demons. Always fall 1 series short to the playoffs. This is how Power is. They're likely to do it again with the 2 Titans they have in the group. They have G2 and BDS in the group. So, I do see them winning. Going out 1-2, unless I take out one of those Titans, which would be very impressive for OCE as the whole region. But this is why I have them at the 9 spot. I feel like a lot of people can't agree with this 9 spot. I don't see them putting in an 8 just because they've never made a top 8, but they're always in this 9 to 10 range. Number 8, I have Furia. This is the SAM number 1. Am I right about that? Yeah, SAM number 1. What the heck? They have an extremely high peak, which makes it very difficult to rank, and they have the potential to be top level teams. This is the lowest ranked team that can realistically make a top 4. They made a top 4 in the last major, beating Vitality. Boop, super quick, just like all of SAM. Very quick, have very high peaks. They can crumble, but if they peak, they are a very dangerous team, and I could see them making a top 4. Warning! I put this in here, I forgot about it. Extremely difficult rankings ahead. These picks were super difficult to make. These next 7 picks are super close, especially with these roster changes. So I could see almost all of these be switched around. So comment down below if you know with these top 7 teams and how you would organize these top 7. And number 7, I have SSG. I know a lot of people have them going really far, and the reason I have them at number 7, LJ is one of the best NA players. If he is on top, they can be super dangerous, and they do have a reasonable shot to a grand final, and they have almost a definite playoff appearance on their group. I don't remember who it was, but it was they have like Chiefs and Limitless in their group or something. They have a easy win to the playoffs, but I see them making a top 4 super likely. And that if LJ is playing good, this team is extremely dangerous. Next, I got Gen G. This one is kind of hard. This kind of contradicts my World Championship predictions. On paper, this is one of the greatest teams in North America, but they have been disappointing on LAN. Not much to say about this team, and I see a top 8 finish. I don't see them making a top 4, but I did put them over SSG just because Gen G has been SSG in the past. But I could see the Gen G and SSG kind of getting switched around just because I think SSG do have a better shot at making the top 4. But that also was one of those things on what you prioritize more to rank them higher. Number 5, I got G2. Now, I put G2 as number 1 in my World Championship power rankings, but they have no beast mode. Nats is a super great player, super talented, but it is going to be really difficult to fill his beast mode shoes. You know, it is with the sub roster change, or not a roster change, it's a sub. It's going to be super hard to just mesh well and play well. They can be a dangerous team. It really almost all depends on how Nats performs. Obviously super difficult to rank just because of this roster change. You know, Nats is just super great, but I don't know if its playstyle will fit beast modes with this roster. Lots of question marks. You know, I think in my World Championship predictions I had them going out top 8, which is kind of harsh, but I don't see them winning. I do see them making a top 4 if Nas is really it just depends on how well he meshes with Daniel and Atomic. So it's really hard to rank, but I'm gonna have them at number 5. And number 4, I have Vitality. Reigning World Champs can come out and win the entire thing, and Zen is on team. Not much to say. You know, they have made top 4s, top 8s the last two majors. They can just come out and be the best team in the world again, but it's kind of I could see them put people put them lower. I could see them get put down to like a 7. Realistically, I do kind of put them just high, but not much to say about this team. If Zen is on playing and Alpha is playing good and Rodoson's been playing good, they could make a shot to win the playoffs. Now, here's my top 3. Very difficult to rank. Oh my gosh, this top 3 was really hard to rank. And number 3, BDS. This contradicts my world predictions a lot. I put them at like number 6 or 7 in my power rankings. Dangerous team on land, favorite team to win the entire thing. Does contradict my world's predictions. I think I put them a little bit higher just because I didn't really like Drawley on their team. He was obviously good. I've just been doubting him the whole season. BDS, they won in 21-22. They were grand finals 22-23. They are just a land team. So I think that's kind of why I'm putting them in this. It's one of the things that's like kind of feeling. It's just a feeling of where you kind of want to put them. But this was I feel like I would get a lot of hate on since I did kind of switch up on them for my World Championships. Number two, Gentlemates. This team is better on land than online. Scary team to face, favored to win as well. Major 1 championship Major 1 champions. And I can't emphasize the insane land composure this team has. GC has more LAN or major wins than regional wins. You know, that kind of just speaks for itself. I think you know who the number 1 is, and I think I could see number 1 and number 2 getting switched. I could see them getting switched with this 1 and 2 spot. I see either one of these two teams winning, Generates or Falcons. But is Falcons the number one seed? This is my number one team. Luminosity Gaming. They are gonna win the entire. All right, just kidding. This is my actual number one team, Falcons. I had to put my team Luminosity or somehow. But Team Falcons, Twins, and TRK are the top 5 players in MENA and top 7-8 in the world. Super, super talented. Second place at Major 2. They beat G2 in the Swiss stage. They can obviously beat them. They can beat Switch Rounders too, as I said. Extremely mechanical and smart. You know, everybody, I think a lot of people have Falcons and Genomates as the top 2. Just because Genomates Major 1 win. Falcons barely beating Genomates in a game 7 overtime. I could see them being switched around. So it's not a super definite, this is the number one. But, you know, let's go into the conclusion. Once the playoffs do hit, I could see almost every quarterfinalist make a grand final. I feel like this is one of the most, where the LAN, where almost any team could win it if they make the playoffs. Like, with some, if you squeak into the playoffs, you are almost guaranteed to get out. I think if you squeak in the playoffs, you do have a realistic shot. Just because of that top 7 is super, super close in skill. But, and then with the multiple roster changes and subs, it puts many question marks on these rosters. Super difficult to rank when an EU player comes to play for an OCE number 2. That's just super hard to rank and super random. Beastmo not playing. That's a weird event with multiple rosters that will not be sticking for the World Championship. They're just a sub. And especially when you can't watch them until this event. Realistically, I think that's EU or MENA, as I said, Genomates or Falcons. BDS can win. I don't really see any NA unless G2 and NAS just are crazy, because I know NAS is a super talented player. But it'll be really difficult to mesh with the GG's playstyles really well. Alright, thank you guys for watching to the end. Really appreciate it. Like and subscribe. I will be streaming probably as this video gets released. I'm not sure. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.